Welcome to the show, and I think this is the second page already. Okay, let's move back a little bit. All right, let's go. So my name is Sherwin. I'm representing Ctrip.biz, a company of a Ctrip.com group. Today I'm gonna share some insights of how AI gonna transform the way that we travel and work. Right? We are a service company driven by technology. So we are different from some of the presenters today that we are actually starting on AI. We are more representing on the application side, right? How do we apply what we have in the market? How do we expect the transformation in the market in the future so that we can apply this into our business and create value for our customers? So first things first, a quick introduction of our company, right? So Ctrip.com Group is one of the largest travel companies in the world. The mission is to create the best travel experience for all the travelers, including leisure and business travel. And we are representing Ctrip.biz, the corporate branch of Ctrip.com Group. So our mission is to use whatever technology we have in the market to create the best business travel experience for our customers. So the next question would be like, so how does AI create value for our business and for our customers, right? I'm not a scientist, I'm not an engineer. So I actually asked this question to one of the experts in the market, ChatGPT, right? So what's the value of AI? Ever since the breakthrough of ChatGPT, we actually implement this internally within the whole Ctrip.com group so that our user, all the employees within the organization could talk to ChatGPT every single day to see the application of ChatGPT in different functions of our business operation. So there's a lot of word here, so I'm going to summarize some of the key points we think is very important to our business. First, efficiency, right? Because in the service industry, we want to deliver the best service to our traveler. Sometimes efficiency is the key. When you try to book, try to find the products you want, and try to get the support you need, we want to deliver the service that you need right away, right? Efficiency is the key. Secondly, personalize. We want to offer each of the travelers a different experience, the experience that you actually like, because every travelers are different. And every travelers, business travelers are different as well, right? You are from different companies, and you have different policies, you have different budgets, and you have different preferences. How do we put this into one little black box into the AI and generate the experience that only belongs to you is very important. And last, but the most important part of it is we want to generate the satisfaction at the end of the day. Efficiency and personalize generate satisfaction. So that's the key. That's the value we think we got to take it from AI, right? To generate this value to deliver the missions that I presented on the previous page. So first of all, right? So how do we create value in the whole trip of a travel? So I just use one business travel journey as an example. For a lot of people, all the audience on seat right now, you are probably on the business travel right now, right? So we normally segment the business travel stage into three very important timeline, right? The first one is you're gonna do the pre-trip planning. You need to check your budget. You need to check your calendars. What is the time of your events? When are you going to see your customers and your business partners? And then you're going to book your trip. That's before you travel to your destination. And the second part of it, very important, you actually travel. You're going to go to the airport. You're going to take the plane. You're going to go to take the transportation to the hotel. And then you're going to stay in the hotel and going to have the business meetings, like everybody's doing it right now. And then you might have some free times. For example, in Macau, right? You might go to shopping, you might go to the restaurant, local restaurants, and spend some free times there, and then you have the return trip. The return trip would be very similar to what you're doing when you come over here. And the last but not least, well, because you're representing your company when you're traveling, so every of the, all the spends, you're gonna put it back to the expense report and do reimbursement. And that would conclude the trip. Normally, this is a very, very long journey. Like, each of the little part of it, sometimes is really, really time-consuming. Especially when you travel to places that you don't know that well, right? I was in Japan a couple weeks ago. Getting around is not easy. Finding the right place to eat, getting to the right place, even talk to my customers, well, it's a pain in the ass sometimes. And then, after I come back to Shanghai, and 2 days, I need to jump on another trip to Macau. So this journey is quite long. That means, is there any place that we could apply AI into sympathizing this journey to make it more pleasantable, easier to choose the right products to get to the place? Maybe it's the value we could create it for our customers. So, in this page, I'm going to show some of the AI we are applying to our business right now. And the next page, I'm going to show some of the studying we're doing and some of the research we're doing that maybe we are going to release in the next 3 to 6 months. Right? So 2 areas that we'd like to highlight. Some is, they are more focused on the pre-trip, the planning and booking side of the business. So we gather a lot of information when you guys book on our platform. We know what you like because you keep your, if you book more than 1 or 2 flights in our system, and then we will understand. You like, you prefer Sheraton comparing to Marriott. You might prefer going on business class or certain class, good change conditions, change and refund conditions of your airplane. And you choose a specific airline, right? We know all your preferences in 1 or 2 times after you book through us. Then we would do the different listing in terms of showing you the products that you are more likely to choose. Because you don't want to flip through the different page of suggestions of hotels and airlines and just pick the one that you need by searching for a lot of information. We want you to choose the top 3 or 3 options that we offer to you to simplify the selection, decision-making process. So there's a lot of things we gather in this journey to help us to push you the right product. But at the same time, because we are presenting the corporate side of business, we have more information than just the leisure preferences, right? We know your company's budget. We know how much money you can spend on the air tickets and your hotel. We know the policies, where, when are you going to book this specific products. Then we put this into the pool of the data-driven database, and we just show you the products that you could only book complying to your policy. So there's some, we call it the examples here. We highlight the hotels that you would like and also complying to the policy. We show you the fare that you actually comply to your policy, but also you would prefer. It's easier to prefer. And when you could not find the hotels that right next to your business destination, what's the best selection we can give you? The next 1 or 2 selections. I actually use this a lot when I'm traveling to Japan. When I could not find a specific hotel that I want, I don't want to live in a small hotels in Japan, in Tokyo, right? And they would give me suggestions for a bigger hotel instead of a smaller hotel. It's not about just the price, it's about the amenities and about your preference. And the second application right now we are doing is, we're doing a lot of research by using the ChatGPT technologies into our customer service application. So 2 scenarios here. So one is when you're doing the planning, you can basically log into the Ctrip.com, your leisure app right now, and you can talk to this virtual agent called ChipGen. You can talk to him and say, hey, I'm going to Macau. what kind of hotels you would recommend to me. So this is basically just the list of the hotels. They were just generated by ChatGPT. And if you click on some of the links on the hotel list, you could book directly through Ctrip.com, right? So this is how we combine with the, we call it the AI to give a better selection, but at the same time, we could one step going to the booking process and finish the booking. So simplify the process at the same time. Hopefully, you will enjoy this journey a little bit more. And the second part of it, we also internally, we're doing a lot of, we call it wiki supporting trial internally. We apply this ChatGPT into our internal tool as well. So creating the wikis in the future, like when the traveler would try to, right now, they would talk to the agent and say, how do I change the ticket, refund the ticket? But in the future, they could just talk to ChatGPT, and the AI would do all the work for them, right? So this is what is happening right now already. But we care a little bit more about the future, right? So there will be more application that we think is completely doable, and it's going to be go out in the future, near future. The planning, which means right now you still have to go through your calendars, looking for hotels, making meetings. You got to do all these things manually. But in the future, we do think if you have the calendars meetings, you finalize your meeting with the clients, the AI should be able to generate the trip for you and give you one or two good options, and you just choose based on those suggestions. You don't have to go through each airline, each day, comparing prices, choose the right hotel nearby your destination. You just rely on the AI. So again, efficiency, right? But also we give you suggestions that actually that you like. You prefer a bigger hotel room or a newer room or newer hotel, right? So this is personalized as well. Secondly, the travel assistance. So we were focusing on the pre-trip planning and booking part of it. But in the future, when you are traveling, the assistance is very important too, right? If you want there's a disruption on your flight, on your hotel, on your agenda, well, you want to change your trip accordingly. So you need to talk to an agent. Right now, you talk to the real person. The real person will search, will find, will adjust for you. But in the future, everything is connected. Well, talk to an AI. AI could make the suggestion for you. And then you just one click and can change your agenda accordingly and your itinerary accordingly, right? So this leads to the next one, itinerary changes. And then translation. Have you guys tried ChatGPT in different language? I've tried Chinese, we've tried Japanese in Japan, we've tried English too, right? Actually quite good. I mean, the results are quite, we call it consistent. So in the future, we are thinking about, even though you are traveling to the exotic areas that you don't speak the local language, well, that's fine, because the AI will do translation for you. Not only that you're talking to the service provider, but also the agent support should be able to communicate with you without any language barriers. And better recommendation. I'm not talking about recommendation for air and hotel. I'm talking about when you have free time. When you're done with your show today, well, where do you want to go, right? That type of recommendation. Right now, all the databases are not connected. The ChipGen only connected to Trip.com's database, right? But in the future, how do you just jump to the other place? Can I just jump to Google Map and Google Maps recommendation for restaurants? I think it's completely doable, right? If they could start it by leverage the data, open data in the market, we are able to generate recommendations based on those type of data across different platforms. And while I haven't done my expense reimbursement for my previous trips yet, just because of how many receipts and paperwork I need to do. But hopefully in the future, they could generate the report for me automatically after I finish the trip, right? Yep. So only a 15 minutes short time, but hopefully that creates some value for all the audience. But I would just say this is just the beginning, right? In the future, the way that the technology innovated, it's going to be unimaginable. We're waiting for the tipping point. So on behalf of Ctrip.com Group and Ctrip.biz, we are saying like we would follow not only the trend, we study on the trend to see how could we apply the technology better to deliver our mission, to deliver our value to our customers, efficiency, personalized, and satisfaction. So thank you for listening. That's all of my share today. Thank you.